All right.
I like that.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting installment of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by the HMIC himself, Mr. Chemical Julian, and your boy Shane Effin Husky. Welcome once again to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast Friday Night Fights, man. And it's been a pretty interesting week in pro wrestling.
Yeah. I really like
we
this.
think about the new intro.
Hey,
Like
just for the record, I would like to say that the formal investigation against Mr. Vince McMahon has been closed by the executive committee. They have come to a conclusion, and Vince McMahon is now free to go and do whatever he wishes and go back
And
to
you better
his
stay the fuck home.
own personal life. Yes,
He better stay the fuck away from the ring.
he has resigned from all positions in WWE.
That means
He's
he can't come back, right? He resigned. So.
He's still a majority shareholder or stockholder in the company. He just is on paper and officially, he is not a decision maker or a booker or a creative controller or anything like that. However, I'd love to see him come out and strut his stuff
I really
to the ring and say,
No.
no one can beat me.
Julian, WWE has been
Not
fun
the feds,
for the past 4 weeks.
not the
don't want Vince
SEC,
to fuck it up.
not God himself. And then that light hits the ramp. Well, we covered all this before.
Yeah, we
And
covered
then
all
all of a
that.
sudden you hear, Vince, you're fired.
Little hocus pocus, lightning strikes him, he falls dead.
Right.
Wow, that's a little harsh there, buddy.
That's not where you're going with this?
No.
Oh,
I mean, I may have been thinking it, but fuck, I would never said it live on the
Also,
air.
guys, you're gonna be so proud of me. I watched Friday. It was a great
What you talking
movie. I
about?
really
You
enjoyed.
Hey,
finally
you watched
applied
Friday?
yourself, Smokey.
Smokey.
You
I'm
watched Friday?
gonna need 3, maybe 4 minutes, something like that.
Hey, Shane, I just gotta ask you a question. It's one question.
What?
Can I borrow your VCR?
No.
But it's the Mac.
It's the Max.
Mac, man. Jesus. Man, Smokey is a lot like me. He wants to smoke with everybody when I want to join everybody's faction. It's like, what the fuck?
Smokey back there taking his shit, but I ain't gonna tell
Yeah.
nobody else.
Hey, Smokey taking the shit. God damn it.
Hey, but remember what Ezel said? I steal, but I don't kill.
I don't
Hey,
kill.
man. At least he honest. But fuck me
Hey.
though. Yeah.
It's my chain, punk.
Oh man, when Ice Cube whipped that ass, that was nice. That was a very good ending.
Janet Jackson, she looked more like Freddie Jackson.
More like Freddie Jackson.
Miss Parker, she know what she wants. She's wearing
Miss
that on
Parker.
purpose.
Miss Parker.
Ooh, Miss Parker.
Next week I'll be watching Tombstone.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Oh, man.
I'll be watching Tombstone.
Shane, one of the best. Just
Best Western movie in the history of Westerns, my man.
My grandpa loves Westerns, so he'll probably tell me all about it.
Broski,
I personally hate Westerns, but that is like one of the few that I've ever
I mean, I do
watched.
too.
Thoroughly enjoyed.
I know. I hate it because my grandpa watches them all the time. When I used to live at his house when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh my god, these movies are the freaking same."
You know why I watched Westerns? I really didn't watch them per se, but I read the Tombstone book, like Wyatt Earp's book.
Okay.
And like Wyatt Earp's book is actual, like the movie Tombstone is actual word for word, action for action, like the life-changing decision that Wyatt Earp actually did. So that movie was on point. And I like movies when they're on point. It makes me giddy in my pants. Speaking of giddy in my pants, man, let's talk about this goddamn SmackDown.
Smack it down, Triple H.
Man.
Look, man.
Give it.
Say it again.
Just give it to the fans. Just giving back to the fans. Just out here doing the Lord's work for professional wrestling fans.
People wanted Toxic Attraction and by Lord Triple H delivered Toxic Attraction.
Man, are you kidding me? I mean, so Toxic Attraction, I mean, your former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions now getting into the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion brackets. I mean, it makes total sense. Makes total sense. As far as competition goes, as far as moving somebody up into the main roster, as far as putting some main talent on. The only thing they haven't done is brought Mandy Rose to challenge Liv
She's
Morgan
coming.
title for title.
Oh, she's coming. She's coming.
She's
And
coming.
if Toxic Attraction is been called up, Mandy Rose is gonna be next.
Mandy Rose versus Shayna. That's all I want.
No. They were talking about
I
Mandy
don't
Rose and
want-
Sonya
ooh.
Deville. Like a return match, Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville.
Oh.
I can see
Yeah,
that.
they both
Okay.
have
I can
grown.
see that. Yeah, they both have
both have
grown.
grown.
As yeah. I mean, they live together. They're fucking roommates. Like, let's go. Let's
Anna
go.
King and throwback in chat.
Okay,
What's
so
up,
look, let's
throwback?
get into it, man. Gigi Dolan, Lacey Jane, feet. Man, I mean, okay, so let's start like this. There wasn't that many matches this week on SmackDown,
No, there
but the
wasn't.
matches there were
Pretty good.
were fucking fire.
Fire.
We had a 6-way, we had a non-title women's
5-way.
match, we had the tournament semifinals or quarterfinals, whatever you want to call it, but the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. You know, our boy Sami Zayn almost pulled it out.
Honorary
He was bonding
member.
with the head of the table, the tribal chief. He was in there
Oh,
chilling
man,
with
it
the
was
tribal
so
chief. I mean,
adorable.
like, you know, I mean,
Man.
and the WWE made their return to Canada. I mean, yo,
Yeah.
like,
And that crowd was on
that
fire.
was lit.
That
But-
Montreal crowd was on fire tonight.
Everybody better have the same type of.
They booed Hit Row.
Yeah.
They booed Hit Row. They booed Hit Row.
I was booing Hit Row. Okay, I was booing Hit Row. Okay, B-Fab doesn't need to be rapping, bro.
You
I'm
can't
just gonna
boo
shoot.
Hit Row.
I'm probably gonna,
You can't boo Hit
it's
Row.
probably gonna be a
Yeah,
very,
bro.
very. I'm probably gonna get some toxic fucking messages in the DMs, but I'm just
Oh,
not with
you're
Hit Row right
what?
now. I'm not about.
Oh well.
I'm just
well.
saying, bro. I'm not. I just.
So all I'm going to say is this.
I'm not with beef. Like her flow was off.
Yeah, it was.
All I'm going to say is this. If you're in the ring, I don't want to hear no singing. I don't want to see no push-up contest. If it doesn't end in a beating, I don't want to see it. That's the only reason you're in a ring. If you're getting married in the ring, we all know a wedding ends badly in the ring.
Yeah, Kane is gonna pop up.
If you're in
Choke
the
slam
ring asking for an apology, we all know someone getting their ass kicked.
Oh yeah.
If you bring your
If
family
you
in
get
the
a contract signing, if you
Hell,
sign a
if
contract, we
you
all know.
say
ring, contract signing, push-up contest, pose down,
Arm
mean,
wrestling, something.
arm wrestling,
hell,
whatever
the
it
match
is,
is word bitch.
everything ends in a beat
Thumb
down.
wrestling. Fuck it. Let's just
And
some
so-
thumb wrestling. Get that shit going, you know?
So you're up here in the ring rapping and like rapping taking up a good 5 minutes trying to flow, and there's no beat down as a result. I'm disappointed. You're
How
a heel
dare
now.
they
You're now
ruin-
a heel.
How dare
Right.
they ruin the
Yeah, but you're a heel.
male models agency's time? Man, I was really looking forward to that.
And they interrupted Marseille.
I know you were
Marseille.
really upset with that, Shane.
I was so
I felt
upset.
it. I felt it. You were like,
I was like,
Mansois, I love you.
oh man, Submissive and Breathable,
like,
the tag team of the
Miss
year. And Submissive and Breathable
That should be
aren't
their
in the
name,
number
bro.
one tag team
Submissive and
spot.
breathable.
No, dude, it
Hey.
says TV 17 on the show opens or PG
TV
13.
17,
No, no, I'm sorry.
TVMA,
No,
TVMA.
Not
What is it- what is it?
PP-17.
I'm trying to think. What does it say? I think the show started. It said PG-13, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah,
Did it say PG-13?
and it said the DSLV.
okay. So they,
DSL.
they
DSL.
won them.
What?
They-
Sex, violence, language.
Explicit language, violence,
yeah,
What's the D for?
Canadians.
These nuts.
these nuts.
But whatever. So
Uh,
yeah. So nope, not with the Mansoor.
And no,
all
just because
that.
we don't like the music, it doesn't mean we're racist at all either. That doesn't mean that.
let's
Just
get
saying
into the whole
that, you
racism.
know-
What?
Yeah,
Wait, what? Did somebody?
Yeah.
I need
Wait, what?
I need to get this off
What?
my chest, man.
What?
I need to
What?
get this off my chest. So I saw a comment today on Twitter. You know, Twitter is toxic as fuck.
oh yeah, oh
I mean, even more than a toxic attraction. on Twitter earlier that they announced that JC Jane and Gigi Dolan were taking Zoe Starks and Nikita Lyons' spot in the tournament because of an injury. Now, I already knew about the injury. I already knew what happened. You know, I said a few text messages, got a few text messages back, so I already knew Zoe Starks.
What happened to her?
Well, during her match for the championship last week, she tweaked her knee again.
Oh.
So that's either here nor there. People were actually on Twitter saying that it's probably good that Nikita Lyons, being the racist that she is, does not get
people are
her
really
spot
that she's a racist
in the WWE. And I just like I know her.
Wait, what? Wait, where does this come from?
I because of some song she was listening to, it was playing in the background of one of her live streams.
Yeah,
and it was a anti-vax song, some shit.
Oh, fuck.
You know, and it was just like I specifically asked her, bro, what's up with that? And it was just she was like, oh, it was just on. I really didn't, like she got so much heat over something like that, right?
Yeah,
so
really
it is what it is. It is.
And
I just think that it's so fucking stupid that because like now she's labeled a racist. Are you fucking kidding?
Hey, you know what? You should send her a message and be like, hey, from now on, when you shoot a video, you need to have nothing but Too Short and AMG playing in the background.
I'm just saying. It's like, I mean, she likes that shit. She likes Too Short. She likes, you know, but that's not the point. Not the point. The point is because she's a white girl and she's thick, and black guys are like so into that she's gotta be, you know, some Karen
brought down.
Like, oh, she's racist. Yeah, she's racist. Or some stupid shit like that. Like that eats me up so much.
It really
so much. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. I just keep your politics in your person. Like these. Look, as a wrestler, we get in the ring and we do our job. We wrestle. You know what we do? We hurt ourselves every fucking show. That shit does not feel great, ladies and gentlemen. Taking bumps on the floor, taking bumps in that ring. It is not fucking a great feeling constantly. It's for your entertainment. So keep your personal toxicities to yourself. And if you don't know someone, don't just create a narrative to make yourself feel better. Don't jump on a fucking bandwagon because one person says it.
Yep, that's what Twitter does.
A friend of the channel said something. A friend of the channel posted something on Twitter, and I saw it, and all I could say was, "Wow!" Like it was so bad. It irritated me really bad, and I'm not gonna throw that person under the bus because that's not who I am on this. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna throw that person under the bus. But I will say it was pretty fucked up. If you don't know this person personally, just because she did a rapper gimmick and she's a white girl, she just keep your racism out of it.
She legit.
You guys are talking about, oh, she's racist, but you guys are throwing around, oh, she's a white girl trying to be black. That's some racist shit too.
It really is. It really freaking is.
You know, when you're pointing, there's 4 fingers pointing right back at your stupid ass. So keep your comments like that to yourself. That's just.
Hey, I just want everyone to remember that John Cena put on a full-on hip-hop album.
Anyone calling John Cena racist?
No, because John Cena, he's the cover boy of WWE. That's the only reason why.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like Katie Catanzaro's new gimmick Katana. It sounds fucking stupid.
And the trademark.
Let's just call them the TikTok tag team. That's what they are.
The TikTok. But hey, man, John Cena album has some pretty good bangers on that album. I'm not gonna lie.
You're all word life. This is basic thugonomics.
No, there are some like actual racial songs on there that I actually liked it in the album. No, this is pretty cool.
Shame.
I mean, to be fair, I was like a teenager when that rap album came out, so
yes, you were.
So
anyway, so let's get into this
Shane, how did you enjoy Be a Man, Hogan?
Oh man, it was great.
Macho Man. Oh my god.
Let's get into this review.
Yeah, so let's get to this review. All right, Julie, so let's break it down, man. Let's start from the beginning. What were your thoughts on this very first match of the night?
I thought it was good. It was a good way to introduce Toxic Attraction, and of course, like with the casuals one, they got the video package of Toxic Attraction.
Julian, what are your thoughts?
Which, man, when they came out, I mean, I thought it was great. Like I said, it made logical sense. I was happy to see him. First of all, I thought it made total sense to have your former NXT women's champions come out and challenge for the WWE women's tag team
Was
champions.
it the longest reigning women's tag team
Yeah.
champions?
Yes,
Longest
it
reigning.
made total sense as far as long term storytelling and continuity goes. Just it makes complete sense. I mean, connects the dots from beginning to end, and I can actually see them winning it. And that would be just the breakout, dude. That would be the breakout.
If they brought back the Slammies, hell, they'll be the breakout tag team of the year.
The Slammies. No, you didn't go there, bro.
I mean, I like the Slammy Awards.
I mean, they would be the breakout team of the year for them to go from being NXT Women's Champions, losing the titles, to a bullshit team that ended up breaking up because one partner turned heel and the other inexplicably, to then getting called up to the main roster. And I mean, talk about the perfect storm and like being in the right place at the right time. Triple H comes into power and goes, "Hey, you two, you need to get moved up." They go into the tournament and then turn around and win it and pick up another set of tag team championships back to back. Man, you want to talk about cementing a legacy in a career? That's where it all starts. That's how it all starts. That'd be fantastic.
That's right.
That'd be great for them.
They did say that
So throwback
on all brands.
That's right. And I see Pat McAfee is right. I said that weeks ago. Dude, get rid of some of these fucking belts, unify the championships, let them have it everywhere. Let it be all
get
over.
Get rid of the
all
NXT
brands.
tag team title belts. Get rid of that.
Yeah, like they're doing this. They're doing the NXT when worlds collide, NXT UK versus NXT. Like
on the same day as All Out.
Do that shit. Yeah, well, the morning of All Out. We need to discuss that too because there's a lot of shit going on that week, and if we're doing the show,
I have a proposition about that.
Oh shit!
Right,
here we go.
When we get the end.
Look. So I sent throwback a the link to get in on the show. So when Throwback gets in on the show, since he is the resident NXT guy, we're gonna let him have his little say about NXT. But
NXT,
I honestly and truly believe in my heart that they need to get rid of some of these fucking belts.
Because they have
too many
18
championships.
motherfucking titles. 18 motherfucking titles.
Like there's 8 championships throughout the whole entire WWE. Like if you're not gonna make NXT its own brand and push it like it's its own brand, then dude, get rid of some of these fucking belts.
Women's tag. Get rid of that.
And when they came up with the women's tag team championships, the very first time when Sasha and Bailey were Bailey were champions, when they were doing the role models gimmick, the golden role models, legit, they were defending the belts from NXT, SmackDown,
NXT UK,
and on Raw.
You know what? That's all right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, well, NXT UK doesn't really matter. I mean, like I said, $500. We can run NXT UK on $500. Like that's the year budget. So $1,000, like $1,000.
I think
so. Yeah, I mean, like legitly, like that was the thing. I was like, I don't understand why these tag team championships aren't being defended all over the place. Like, dude, put the belts on them, let them run wild. Every woman's like, you would have so many women's like great women's matches if you actually put them on a fucking brand and let them work.
Exactly.
So you got the NXT Women's Champion, NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Okay, let's unify some of these belts because you don't need a Raw, you don't need a SmackDown, you don't need an NXT Women's Champion. One championship will work. I mean,
for all the brands,
you got two women's championships. You don't have enough fucking women to have a decent roster. Get rid of some of these belts. The roster's so thin right now anyway. And get rid of the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title.
Back up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like what Triple H is doing with these. Just hear me out. What Triple H is doing with these video packages, hyping up the history of these championships. That's great because now people are actually looking at these belts like, yo, now they mean something. You see what I'm saying? Now they actually mean something. As opposed to having 13 fucking championship titles, the 24/7 title, the 18766 title, the fucking I used the bathroom with my pants down title, like all these
I use
fucking
the
belts, man.
bathroom with my pants down title.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all
Imagine.
these belts, they make no sense.
The 24/7 title can go unless they make it a
Oh yeah,
hardcore
Triple H
championship
is
title.
planning to retire that really because you
Thank
know that
God.
that's not being defended as of much anymore, and you know that means plan on to retirement. Get rid of that fucking title.
Then make it the hardcore title again. Resurrect the hardcore title.
No,
I
we
mean,
don't even need a hardcore title.
no, we don't
Like,
need any more titles.
the roster's so thin right now. Don't give it a hardcore title. Like, come on.
Hey, the
Get rid of that
roster's not going to stay thin forever. You can see Triple H is spending money to make money. He's hiring people back. Look at that crowd in Montreal tonight. Like they were actually awake. Okay, that was not crowd noise being piped in.
No,
That was
it
not
wasn't.
crowd. That was not like the applause sign being on. That crowd was on fire tonight, and
For
we
the
ain't
past
heard
4
that.
weeks. Past 4
We,
weeks.
we ain't heard that in a minute.
Yeah.
And so when if Triple H is out here spending money to make money, and let me tell you about making money hand over fist. If you want to go to WrestleMania at SoFi Stadium and you want to sit front row, like right there at ringside, you better have 10 grand in your pocket ready to go. And if you want to be in tier 2 facing the ring, you better have $500 for a seat. $900 if you're on the side. Okay, so we're talking, and when they call it a premium live event, they mean premium because your ass is paying money for those tickets. So they are making so they are making money hand over fist. And when Triple H is actually listening to the fans and giving them what they want,
he is.
You know what? You kind of think to yourself, maybe I should treat yourself. maybe I should. You say to yourself, treat yourself. Get those WrestleMania tickets. Get
I wish.
Get that seat that's like right there on the aisle as they walk to the ring.
You want to spend 20 grand?
Get that seat that's by the ring entrance. Get that seat that's by the entrance where they come out, like right there on the side. And here's the thing: if you go to the SoFi seating chart, all them shits is gone.
All of them.
All of them. They got snatched
this
up.
WrestleMania this year is gonna be a fucking
You know what it
banger.
It's those kids who live in their mom's basement, who work all year, and they don't pay rent. They don't pay for fucking food. They don't pay any bills, no utilities.
Nice.
They save up all their money to buy a ticket to WrestleMania.
Oh, is that how those
That's
guys
exactly
get
what
their
it
front
is.
row seats?
That's how those guys get the front row seats.
I'm
And here's the
fucking
thing,
doing it.
and here's the thing, man. Shout out to my boy Jason Thompson. Our man Vince, he lives 2 blocks from SoFi. He's avoided the gentrification, but that brother's got a prime parking spot for me just waiting in his driveway. So I don't have to pay parking and I can go there and just walk to SoFi. But
That's great.
As much as I love professional wrestling, 10 grand for ringside,
For
man,
front row,
I pay $9.99 a month to get a better seat than that.
dude. 20 grand
and you can hear, and you can hear,
and you can hear. And here's the thing: I was at Levi Stadium, in San Francisco, for the WrestleMania where Seth Rollins cashed in, and took the championship from Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. And I was gifted some cheaper seats, a little higher up, a little farther back in the sun. The sun finally went down like around 8 o'clock. And it's cool being there for the experience. Shout out to my man, Ramon Carter, Razor, because he was there too with his wife, Jewel. It was cool being there. It was cool having the experience. But quite unfortunately, for the last 5, 6, or 7 wrestling events that I've been to, I've either been in box seats or I've got myself front row tickets. I'm now unspoiled.
So now you're gonna have that front row seat in your house,
and front row,
your big
front
TV.
row seat in my house, front row seat in my house with my concession stand and that Samsung double wide.
That's why
double wide, you say?
baby. Throwback. I
wide.
thought you were joining us. I sent you the link. Why didn't you
Yeah,
jump into
throwback.
the? Yeah, I mean, let's go ahead. Let's read. Here, go ahead and Julian, read this off real quick, and I'll be right back.
But unifying the women's tags kinds of proves my point about the undisputed titles, because as much as NXT is told that it is developmental, doesn't retconning the women's tag belts and have the idea of combining them is the same as what they just did with the titles Roman has? If you just retcon the women's tag belts, shouldn't you consider NXT as a viable brand that Roman needs to look at for another title? Wouldn't it make any sense?
I'm not saying
I don't
unify
know.
the
That's
titles.
kind of like the Dodgers going to the minor leagues and trying to get the championships.
We're not saying unify the title. We say win them and then retire.
That would be considered bullying, I think.
Yeah, bullying. Can you imagine Roman Reigns bullying Braun Breaker? Listen, you have the.
That'd be like the
NXT
Chicago Bears going to a Pop Warner game and running over some kids in a football stadium. You
Roman
know,
will be like, "Listen, you had the NXT title. I have these two titles, and I want a third one. So can you just give that to me?"
you
now?"
put on a helmet, you put on a uniform, you run the risk of getting your ass whooped out.
Yeah, and also Braun Breaker and I guess Cora Jade are dating.
I don't care about anyone's personal lives.
You're
I
a
don't
guy,
care
so
who's
I have-
screwing who, who's not screwing who's dating, who's not dating.
As long
That's
as
not
it-
my business.
You
As long
were
as they don't make it
gone, so
90210, nothing, don't care.
You were gone, so I had to. I had to mention it. Plus my
mean,
Braun
are
Breaker
they-
joke.
Are they paying my bills?
Probably.
Da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na.
We're fucking
9021 NXT.
NXT.
You want NXT? Yes, that's what it is mainly.
Oh my god, no one cares.
And that's what they
No
did
one
with
cares.
Dexter Loomis and
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell. Yes, thank you for
So it looks
helping
like
remember her name.
Throwback is in the green room. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a quick break. We're going to bring Throwback in.
break.
We'll be right back. That was even quicker than I thought.
I know we were going to go over a commercial break. God damn it.
That was really quicker than I thought.
Damn it.
Yeah. All right, commercial break it is. We'll be right back.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
We are back, and Throwback has joined us. It looks like Shane is.
I'm here.
Shane is here. Okay, so we're gonna get into this real quick because I got things to do, place to go, people to see. Natalia, Natalia and Selena Deville versus Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. Toxic Attraction wins the match. They're going further into the WWE Unified or the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Throwback. What are your thoughts on the former NXT Tag Team Champions joining SmackDown?
Like I said, I think Carter and Kenzar should be in this tournament because if you're talking about what McAfee said, blatantly said, mind you, that it's all on brands, you're going to have to look at that statement and be like, oh shit, we let something out there. I won't be shocked that one of those things they do decide to do that because it's absurd to do that. What I was talking about this lays more thing about unifying all titles on all three brands is because of the fact that you're now showing that NXT is a viable
Third
commodity already. Yeah, brand, but you're looking at it like not just development. You're looking at it specifically as a normal brand like they originally were doing for a while. Like, wasn't it like 18, 19 before COVID? They were looking at it like the invasion for SmackDown because of
Correct.
everything with Saudi Arabia, stuff like that.
Yes.
So you're pretty much
So-
saying you're saying no more call ups. You're saying it's not a call up system. They're not a farm league. That
No.
they are just a legitimate on the same level
Welcome, Mike D. New subscriber.
brand
Do
of
me a favor,
competition
Mike.
who have the opportunity to compete for all the other main brand titles.
Pretty much.
Mike,
And
do me a
if you're
favor.
going
Go
to
ahead over-
have
Hold on,
Roman
throwback.
saying that it's the undisputed, there's one title Roman doesn't have around that waist that, wow, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. And he's never held that title as the NXT title. That was in FCW he was in before, and then he came up with the Shield before he ever had a chance for it. For me, right now, as somebody who watches NXT, covers NXT and stuff, he is the main roster undisputed. But if you're talking about official undisputed, kind of like boxing, he is not the full undisputed champion in that company for the main title, for the main major title, because he doesn't have all three brands. If you have three brands on there, SmackDown, Raw, and NXT, and he needs that NXT title eventually. I get the point, Julian, about it's like the Bears going into Pop Warner and stuff like that. But my point is that if you're going to say,
Internet dropped.
if you're going to say that you're retconning the women's tag titles and it should be to cover all brands, it's the same thing as saying with your top titles that, maybe in cutting down those titles and considering like you're already talking about NXT as a viable brand. Toxic Attraction, they need to be up on their main roster. Me and James have already talked about that numerous of times. But it would leave a hole in NXT for women's tag titles and just tag team division completely all across the board, because they're the ones carrying the women's division on that part. But I still think if you're going to have a tournament for crown, women's tag team, Carter and Catanzaro would be actually a perfect fit on this. The outcome of the match was predictable. You knew as soon as they put Toxic Attraction in that, where the match was going to go.
So here's my problem with what you just said. Here's my problem with everything that you just laid out. This is a tournament to determine new women's tag team champions. So if you take the NXT tag team champions and you bring them on the main roster, they win the world tag team titles. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to vacate the NXT tag team titles. Instead of joining those belts together, they're going to hold another tournament down at NXT for new NXT tag team champions.
Yeah.
So it's a big waste of time to do that. If they're going to bring those guys up, if they're going to bring the TikTok tag team, that's what I'm going to call them, because that's all they do is TikToks. If they're going to bring the TikTok tag team up to the main roster, just abolish the fucking belts. Just get rid of the belts. That's it. There doesn't need to be just get rid of the titles. We don't need 50 different champions in the same organization. It's like boxing. You got the IBF, the IBO, the WBA, WBO, WBC. You got too many fucking champions. No one can truly say, I am the real world champion, because guess what? There's 500 world champions.
There is.
That's the truth in boxing.
In the NFL, once you win a Super Bowl, you're the Super Bowl champion. There's not 10 Super Bowl champions in one year. There's only one. And the NBA, there's only one NBA champion. There's like 32 teams. There's only one NBA champion.
That is true.
In Major League Baseball, there's only one World Series champion. Not
unless
15.
you're the Indianapolis Colts that put a banner up for getting into the wild card.
Yeah, well, that's neither here nor there. But the point I'm making is one world champion, unify the titles. That should be it. AEW is doing the same thing. They have an interim world champion, and they have a regular world champion. Next week, they're unifying the world titles to make one world champion. Perfect. They don't have the world champion of Dynamite and the world champion of Rampage. That's stupid. That's why having one SmackDown Women's Champion, one Raw Women's Champion, that's fucking dumb. When you only got 15 girls on the roster, you don't need two
Combined.
championships.
You don't need 3.
Yeah, you don't need 3.
No.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just
But
like
NXT is
it's like
its
they're
own.
handing championships for penny. Like, oh, you don't have a champion? There you go.
But my point about this before we move on is that each brand is their own entity, but you have Roman holding 2 of those entities' titles, and there's one entity that, even if it's Breaker, if it could be any person. Hell, you could put AJ down in NXT just for one time to hold that down. The point is that if you're going to have Roman saying he's the, in God mode, the undisputed champion, he kind of, on all brands in that company, he kind of really isn't, considering he doesn't have one title. And that's my point, is that if you're going to claim you're the undisputed, that Breaker kind of has a point being disputed about having one belt Roman doesn't carry.
Okay, so now I'm gonna dispute that again. NXT is Pop Warner. Okay, NXT is high school football compared to the NFL. Okay,
but
like,
they just
no
retconned
offense.
NXT.
No offense, because NXT is on point. I love NXT. I love that Braun Breaker is down there as their champion. I love that they have the NXT Tag Team Champions, the NXT Women's Champion. I love all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. That's like the NXT is like the Indies for WWE guys.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm just shooting straight with you. As a wrestler myself, I'm shooting on 1,000% straight with you. That's what NXT is. NXT has better wrestling matches than the main roster because they're wrestling. They're not all about comic book characters and all the other bullshit. They're actually wrestling matches. I love that. Totally love that. But you can't really say Braun Breaker is a world champion. Come on, man.
I don't say he's a world champion as a performer and stuff like that, but NXT he is. But I'm just saying, as a general thing, is that if you're going to say in any brand, in any promotion, you have an undisputed champion, Breaker as a champion has a dispute. Breaker would get decimated by Roman. That's no question.
Oh yeah, no question.
What's his dispute? That's what I want to know.
The dispute would be is that Roman says he's got all the titles. He's the undisputed man, but there's 3 brands. WWE looks at each commodity as a brand. If the brand split supposedly is dead, but we still have everybody, and we have a draft coming up. So if NXT's in that draft, you're viably stating that.
But they've never looked at NXT as a brand. Never. They never looked at it as a brand. That's the thing. They never said, "Oh yeah, the NXT heavyweight champion." Look,
one
let me put
time
it this way:
consider it as a brand is when
they notified that on Raw about the brand.
They brought their NXT World Champion to SmackDown to get beat by Jeff Hardy, clean as a sheet,
stupid,
in less than 2 minutes. Do you honestly and truly believe that they gave a shit about that being a brand?
Well, that
was saying
financially,
it's developmental. It's a developmental. I get it. It's a developmental for your brand. Shawn Michaels literally just got promoted to executive vice president in charge of whatever it is.
You know what's really funny about that? That DX is running the whole ship.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, don't you think?
It's ironic as fuck.
He got promoted, and one of the things he said was, "I'm in charge of the NXT developmental brand. I'm in charge of NXT, the NXT brand. I'm in charge of the NXT developmental brand because we are a feeder. We're a feeder brand to the main roster. So NXT is minor league baseball to the Major League Baseball. They're the NBA Summer Pro League to the Pro League. So you can't really say, hey man, Braun Breaker is the NXT champion. He should be on the same level as Roman. He can dispute Roman's claim as being the top champion. That's bullshit.
Hey, I'd rather be on the island than just not put my thoughts out there. It's kind of.
I'm glad you did. I'm so glad you did. That's why I love the show, because healthy, healthy debates on
Hell,
the show.
yeah, healthy debates. Yeah.
Except
Well,
for
I
Shane
can just say
Bully.
this much: this tag match for the women was like that onesie that Brody's going to be wearing. It's a diaper killer. Nothing but shit.
We're talking about the Trustbusters, or
Trustbusters. That
that's-
tag match had no reason to be fun.
that was nothing but shit.
It was shit but fun at the same time.
So then we get to the SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv
Again,
Morgan,
diaper killer. Sorry.
coming off of an injury. She's defending the SmackDown Women's Championship at Clash of the Castle against Sonya Deville. I mean, against.
The only interesting thing
Shayna
about
wins.
this whole match, boss, is just that they mentioned the Twitter war that they happened. Did you see
Which is
Shotzi's
great.
post this? Did you see Shotzi's post this week about they had a picture of Liv and Ruby? It'd be like, well, I'm another girl with green hair, but at least this time
I
I'm
saw
not going to
that.
get fired.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was some
was
heat. That was
That-
heater. I mean, I don't like
No.
Shotzi, but that was good heat. That was
No.
almost Bailey heat right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bailey, in the front row, watching
Ding dong.
watching the whole
Gimmick.
show tonight, which is great.
That was awesome with Michael Cole. She's like,
Michael.
"Hi, Michael Cole!" Like screaming. He's like, "Why?
I mean,
why
come
can't
on,
you
that's
just
her
leave?
bestie.
Why can't
That's
you
her
just
bestie.
That's
go
her
away?"
bestie though. I love.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
She was
dude.
like, "Oh my god, Michael Cole, how are you?"
I love Bailey. But
Taking my damn gimmick. God
you-
damn it.
yeah. You got the SmackDown Women's Champion in a non-title match against Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi, whatever you want to call her this week.
The ball pit queen.
I'm not happy with the champion. Liv, to me,
What's
Liv
the
is a paper
champion
champion.
I think she's a pause one. I think they're gonna give,
She's a transitional
Baszler
champion for
that-
sure.
but
Oh yeah, she definitely.
but the
is.
thing
So
about it
they're
is
setting up
that
Shayna Baszler versus. They're setting up Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey,
Oh,
which is
I
a match
can't
that
wait
I
for
want to
that.
see.
I can't wait for that.
I mean,
But
submissions, that's a
I
submission
think-
specialist.
but I honestly think Liv having the title is kind of like what they did with the Miz, if you remember last year, where he had won
Yeah.
the Money in the Bank and stuff.
I was.
And
happy
then
to
he
see that
lost
at
the next
same
night
time.
to Lashley. But I think with Liv, they want to give her a proper run because they want to acknowledge, hey, she busted her ass. She did what she needed to do to get where she is.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those things. It's like, hey, they're giving her the rub saying, hey, we want to applaud you for your hard work and dedication and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
this
I
is
agree
pretty
with that.
much what they're doing with the SmackDown titles. And even if she gets past this, it's going to set up a triple threat match, and one of either Ronda or Shayna will win it and set up something for, let's say, Survivor Series or something like that.
Oh, it could be for Survivor Series.
Speaking of Survivor Series, I'm gonna throw you a bone here. I'll throw back. I'm gonna throw you a bone here, Shane.
It's just throw. Okay.
Survivor Series.
Survivor.
You coming to
Teams of
Boston
five.
for Survivor Series? Really?
Teams of 5 strive
Is
to
that the
survive.
bone?
Yeah, not happening. Well, teams of 5 strive to survive, right? Remember that whole saying? What if we have Team Raw versus Team SmackDown versus Team NXT versus Team NXT UK?
Oh, that
Well,
was
NXT
after-
Europe.
Yeah, well,
That'll
I was
be
going to say, after
justified.
that announcement and stuff like that, it's going to be Europe. So, I mean, I'm so sad about honestly, I saw a lot of the people that were let go, and I was just like, oh, that's just
I
sucks.
have an answer to that. It's because a lot of them did not want to move over to the U.S., and that's completely
Yeah.
understandable. So it's not like, oh, you still think Vince is not in charge? I'm like, no, he's not. It's just literally they don't want to move to the U.S. and everything.
I mean, look what
And-
happened. Walter didn't want to move to the U.S. until him and Gigi Dolan became an item, and that's the reason why he moved over here.
Yeah,
The whole reason why he decided to stay here. He was perfectly
moved
happy
over
Wasn't-
being
to
UK champion.
Isn't Gunther like still attached to Jane? Like I think there's a performer named Jane that was having a feud with Kaylee Ray at one point.
I have no idea.
It's like
I
a
know he's-
British
No.
fashion model. I gotta look
No,
it up. I'll
no.
let you know.
I know he's with I think it's JC Jane or Gigi Dolan.
Well, maybe
I'm
we
not really
should
sure,
have
but
talked
once again, I
about
don't
those
care.
people's personal lives.
Yeah, once again, I don't care. Damn you, Shane. But I'm not really satisfied with Liv Morgan being the SmackDown Women's Champion.
Me neither. And I think that's why Triple H knows, because he knows how the fans think and feel. Unlike fans like, yeah, we're going to keep you champion for another 2 months because fuck the fans.
Yeah, well, I hope this reign ends.
He's not dating JC Jane. He's dating Jenny.
Oh, okay. Whomever. Don't care.
Well, I won't be surprised if she's over here soon.
Oh man, WWE's gossips reports. Let's go. Let's see.
Gossip reports. Who's dating who? So yeah, then we go to this match, this fatal 5-way match. First and foremost, man, I just gotta say, Sami Zayn, biggest pop of the night, hometown hero,
honorary member of the
Roundtable
Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Honorary member of this podcast, man. Look, he came out, huge pop. I was so excited.
Dude, can I just say the bonding between Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns was fucking funny as shit.
Hey, man.
It was funny but awkward.
I'm digging Roman, man. I'm digging Roman.
I
like
the ship. The ship between these two. I love it.
Ship him?
Adorable.
You're gonna ship
yeah,
him?
I'm gonna ship him. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I can't believe it.
What would her ship name would be? Semi-Roman? I don't know. Something like that.
Roman Zayn.
Roman Zayn, yes.
Roman Zayn.
Pimp Daddy Roman.
Why did we just come up with that? Roman Zayn.
Roman Zayn. Yeah, I'm with it. Roman Zayn. Well, yeah, it was funny.
We can call them two Usos.
Two Usos? Oh,
yeah,
besties.
Two Usos.
God.
Yeah. We're the two Usos, you know?
Usain. Wait, that sounds like.
Hey, man, Sami Zayn got the whole Roman Reigns phone. Can you imagine how few people could say that? And talk on Roman Reigns' phone? Like, who can else say that?
He was like,
Paul Heyman.
He was like, the Usos, man, they can't get across the border. You know why they can't get across the border? Let me tell you. As a Canadian, I'm going to tell you, they will not let you across the border if you have a DUI.
Oh shit!
No matter how old the DUI is, it can be 15 fucking years old. The border patrol will not let you cross.
Oh,
Canada want no kind of fucking felons and
it's like
no kind of criminals in Canada. So if you're watching this podcast and you got a DUI from like 2000 and it's 2022, your ass ain't going to Canada. Simple as that.
Unless you're Nickelback, then you deserve to be out of Canada.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Where's Sexy Pants Paul Preston at when you need him?
One or the other. So Gigi Dolan, so Shotzi gets pinned by Liv Morgan in a very one-sided match because Shotzi was whipping Liv Morgan's ass for a long time.
Oh, yeah, it was very one-sided.
But like I said, this 5-way, man, oh man, oh man.
That was the match of the night.
So much heat. This was the best match of the night. Yes, you're right.
Corbin with his shirt off, too.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Corbin with his shirt off because he normally actually wears a shirt, but his match, his shirt got taken off during the match. So Lone Wolf Eric Corbin.
Did that make you happy? Did that make you happy?
It made me so happy. My nips were hard.
And if it's Shane, Blue Chew works for Baron Corbin and him.
Use discount code Smiley for 10%.
So Sheamus, Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin, Ricochet, Sami Zayn. Look, I knew Sheamus was winning this match. I mean, obviously he's going to Clash of the Castle. And can you imagine the level that's going to be laid between him and Walter?
Stiff.
Yeah, you're going to be hearing like deafening noises in that match.
It's going to be one of the most violent matches in the history of fucking WWE. I'm here for it. It's going to be Ilya Dragunov and fucking Walter all over again.
Oh my God.
I'm here for it.
And not only that, the Intercontinental Championship is finally being defended on the PLE since WrestleMania 37.
Oh my God,
finally.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Wow.
Triple H.
Wow. Triple H is like, let me go ahead and get this lineage back in fashion.
Since WrestleMania 37. God
that's
damn.
Crazy, Shane. Thank you for coming up with that. I didn't even realize that.
Like literally, there has been no IC championship matches. It's always like the week before or like the day before the pay-per-view. But
yeah, it's the pre-show or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, or the pre-show. But yeah, it's never been on the PLE ever since WrestleMania 37.
But wait,
But wait.
This is also the second time that the Intercontinental Championship has been defended in the
Overseas.
UK. Yes.
Yeah.
Remember
Over-
last
35
time
year
it was
difference.
the last time it was defended there, and it was a British guy challenging for the championship. It was Bret the Hitman Hart as the Intercontinental Champion defending the title against who? The British
Davey Boy.
Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
British Bulldog.
Davey Boy Smith won the championship. So this is what I can see. This is what I can see. I'm picturing it right now.
Drew
Boom,
McIntyre
right here. Drew McIntyre is going to lose. And it's going to be
From reports I've been reading on certain things, I don't know if Fightful or anybody has. There's some rumors going around stating that one of the titles will be gone at Cardiff from Roman. One of them.
I don't know. But let's just, rumors are rumors until Sean Ross Sapp at Fightful confirms it.
BDS.
I ain't going to believe it. So let's just say both championships are on the line. Drew McIntyre is going to lose. It's going to be the first match on the show. And the main event is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh.
Because remember,
I can see it.
SummerSlam, The Undertaker versus, who was it? God damn it.
Shawn Michaels?
No,
Brett?
Brett wrestled Davey Boy Smith. It was like The Undertaker versus somebody for the WWE Championship. And it was like the semi-main event to Bret the Hitman Hart versus Davey Boy Smith for the Intercontinental title. And that's when Davey Boy Smith won the title in his home country, and it was a big fucking thing. So I can see the Intercontinental Championship being defended on foreign soil with two foreign wrestlers from that country. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. But I don't see Roman losing the title at all.
I want Roman to lose them.
Personally, there only needs to be one champion, so he needs to get rid of both those fucking belts. And the champion needs to be on the fucking show.
Like he's not.
You don't have to defend the belt every fucking week, but be on the fucking show.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Hulk Hogan was on Saturday night's main event. You never seen him on Wrestling Challenge. You never seen him on fucking Shotgun Saturday Night, unless it was like a big storyline. But you never seen him on those shows, right? You saw him at Saturday night's main event. You saw him on maybe one Raw, but it was always big shows, right?
Yeah.
Then you got guys like Chris Jericho when he was champion, The Rock, Triple H. They were on TV every week.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold. They were on TV every week. They were building prestige for that title.
Back up.
They need to do that. Like I'm an old school wrestling guy. Be on TV. Show the belt. You don't have to defend it all the time, but build the story around the championship. That way, people are going to want to see. Like when you're the champion, people are going to be like, "Yes, finally, he's defending the title." Not fuck, man.
Have them defend the title on a Raw and SmackDown every once in a while too.
Which Mania was it?
What do you mean? What Mania?
For Taker and Wembley.
Oh no, it was SummerSlam.
That was
SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was looking different up.
No, I think the Wembley
it was Kamala, by the way.
Oh, okay. So it was Kamala. That was the same night that Davey Boy Smith won the Intercontinental Championship.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
and the main event, the on the poster, it was Warrior and Macho Man on the top of the poster.
Oh yeah, that's when they were doing the whole Macho King versus whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
I thought it was the third wheel who wanted to be Hulk Hogan's best friend.
So this first round match, this 5-way match. Oh my God, on fire! Sheamus wins the match. Sheamus took a beating. Did you see his leg?
Yeah, his leg was really nasty.
Yeah, it was welted pretty good.
Jesus Christ, man. If you think that happened in this match, wait until Walter. Some of the key points in this match, Ricochet looked real good. Ricochet looked real fucking good in this match.
Ricochet was like insane.
He's a Triple H guy. Triple H loves Ricochet. Ricochet looked good tonight. Sami Zayn. Oh my God. Sami Zayn, the star of the fucking match.
The star. Please let him use his old theme song again. Well,
Yeah.
just come on.
But
Come on,
but
come on, Triple
earlier
H.
in the night, there was talk when Sammy was in the locker room with Roman. Roman said to him,
Loved it.
"Yo, man,
You still friends with Kevin?
you still friends with Kevin?"
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you tell him that the tribal chief don't owe him nothing. Don't owe
You don't owe
nobody
him
nothing. I can
Okay.
see, and with the fact that there was flight trouble for the Usos, they couldn't get across the border.
Like,
I think, and I think Julian mentioned it before, and I think Shane, I think you collaborated. We're gonna have a World Tag Team Title match at the pay per view, and it's gonna be the Usos defend the tag team belts against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
and then Johnny Gargano returns, and the reunion of DIY makes that into a triple threat banger. That'll be banger.
DIY
Yeah,
versus
DIY,
Usos would be a
if-
banger too.
Yeah, but give DIY like their own like spotlight instead of like clumping them in. I mean, yeah, it would
Nah.
make sense, but I mean, on a standpoint, bringing Gargano back and then you just clump him into a triple threat. Wouldn't you want to have
Yeah.
like a big moment spot where he just pops out of nowhere?
If you
I mean,
want to
hell-
do this for shits and giggles, have Johnny wrestling versus John Cena, who will be the real big match, John? Who knows?
Hell, I'll even
I
point
know
this
one
out. They
thing.
retcon something that they dumped out right after the releases on NXT this past week, and
And if
the
you
guy
think
who they
that-
retcon has been on Raw for the last couple of weeks. So, I
I'll
mean,
tell you
Index
this.
is still going on right now, I guess.
Oh yeah, Index. Let's not talk about that again.
Hey man, I'm
Um,
so glad that they're still together. Oh man, it's like they were never separated.
But I honestly think that they're going to end up bringing Indy up to the main roster with Dexter, which would make sense because it'll give Dexter a mouthpiece.
Not only that, I mean they got to
Yeah.
reunite the way with Theory, Indy, and Loomis.
I can't see that.
I mean
can't see
he
that.
was in the faction, supposedly their son.
Yeah, factions are factions, and then you know of all people, Shane, factions are factions because you jump into them like people jump into their underwear.
Hey, what's the way reunite? I'll totally want to be a part of the way.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
And
Oh
on
my
top of that,
gosh.
this is coming from the guy that loves gang warfare.
dude!
right?
It's
exactly.
gang warfare right now. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Everywhere you look
Thank
is
you.
gang warfare. Everywhere you look. Look, I did an Impact Wrestling show last night.
I saw that.
Yeah. I did an Impact Wrestling show. And gang warfare, man. Gang warfare. Just all day, every day, twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sundays. That's one.
Oh my god. Yeah. Look, WWE, AEW, the trios tournament. Look, I don't want to talk about AEW tonight.
You
Because I
don't?
was sorely disappointed in AEW tonight.
Hold on, can I talk about Slim J?
Okay.
Slim J, man.
Look, let's do this. Let's go to commercial break. Let's come back and talk about AEW. We'll be right back.
Real quick.
We'll give AEW their due. I'm still not happy with Tony Khan, so we'll be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, cause they're taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
And now we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our AEW Rampage review.
Oh,
Look,
It's all you guys. I was paying attention to SmackDown and a baby. Literally paying attention to Brody while I'm doing that.
that was more, that right there, in my opinion, was like more exciting than AEW Rampage tonight.
wow.
Yeah, I'm not happy with Tony, with Tony, man. Look, first and
Man.
foremost, we have.
Are you okay? Because you used to be all excited about AEW Rampage, but now you're just switching over the rails for WWE.
Well,
What
it's
the
not
hell?
Even, it's not even about being excited. It's just like
Parker
you put the
Boudreaux.
Trust Busters, okay, in the World 6-Man Tag Team Title Tournament.
They lost,
Against
so
the best
it's
friends.
all right.
They lost, yeah.
Yeah.
Slim J,
Phenomenal.
dude's awesome. Dude's awesome.
Chris Jericho's comments like he's on you like a ferret. I was like, wow.
Yes.
Joke.
Davari, awesome.
Yes.
Parker Boudreaux couldn't even take the bump over the fucking guardrail. There's your big star. And Tony Schiavone. Oh, look at the big guy. He's so powerful. He's so massive.
He's so big.
Shut the fuck up, Tony. Like, Tony, you're not selling me on this fucking guy. Well, you're not.
Oh.
Tony, you're not making me want to buy tickets to come see this fucking guy. You're not. If the best friends would have lost that match, Tony Khan, I would have fucking boycotted. I would have boycotted. I swear to God, I would have boycotted.
I was kind of hoping that the wedge, so I want to see you more upset.
I would have threw my computer against the wall, man. I would have raged through my computer against the wall. I'm telling you.
Ain't got no more podcast for a while. Why?
Yeah, there'd be no podcast for a while. I'd be on my Surface tablet like I was all week doing shows with you guys. I got all in one computer. I got a Surface tablet and I got a fucking laptop. Okay, the laptop. I took the mic with me. That's how I was able to do shows with you guys.
Oh man.
Yeah, because you'd be traveling and you'd be doing them right there.
Yeah,
which is smart.
I mean, it was just ridiculous, man. They had a match with Penelope Ford versus Athena. That was actually pretty decent. The fact that Jim Ross,
I was happy. Penelope Ford,
salty ass Jim Ross, is back to being salty again. You know, wait. Funniest comment of the night. Jim Ross was like, "When I was in high school, they used to call me Slim J. I mean, I was in middle school. They used to call me Slim J." Shut the fuck up, Jim Ross. They did not call you Slim J back in 1706 when you
Slim J wasn't even a word until like Slim Shady. Like,
right?
Calm down.
He was like back in high school, junior high school. They not even high school. Back in junior high school, they used to call me Slim J.
Man, that'll be like when you say, "Hey, you know, back in my day, my nickname used to be called Slim Husk." Why? Because I'm slim.
Oh god!
Wow.
Yeah.
I can almost buy that.
Yeah.
I can almost buy that.
Oh shit!
I just thought that it was a really horrible way to put over the best friends. I mean, they talked about next week it's going to be Aussie Open and Will Ospreay versus Death Triangle. Boom! Mic dropping match of the night right there.
My nips are hard just thinking about it.
Right now they're hard too. Like damn.
Yeah.
Then they have the World Tag Team Title match. They had Swerve in Our Glory.
It was a pretty decent
versus
match.
Private Party, and
decent.
I was all for Private Party.
You know they weren't going to win. Come on.
I knew they weren't going to win, but I mean, I love that. I love that they're actually giving them a push now. They didn't smash them like the Varsity Blondes got smashed the other night. Fucking less than 3 seconds.
First debut on the scene of AEW.
And they played off of it too because Isaiah was like, "It ain't gonna be like it was the first time." And when he went to go toss Isaiah, he flipped him and Isaiah landed on his feet and turned around and was like, "That shit ain't happening." He literally said,
"Not today.
That shit ain't happening again." I was upset about that. Chris Jericho on commentary, stupid. Hook, Literally, AEW is doing squash matches because Hook beat that guy in less than 30 seconds.
Zach Clayton, Alex Riley Jr. is what
Like you
I'm
literally,
calling it.
you literally put this guy over on your Wednesday night TV show. You hype him up. You hype this match up about how it's going to be this spectacular match for the FGW title, and literally, I sneezed and it was over. I was,
I
like,
was looking on my
oh
iPad.
shit, it's over. Like
I
yeah,
was looking
it
on
was
my
crazy.
iPad, and the Hook won. I'm like, the fuck? What
It
happened?
took Hook longer to walk to the ring than that match lasted.
And then we got another improv match because the match is so short.
Okay, now let's talk about this one.
Buddy Matthews, which is pretty cool.
Buddy Matthews came out,
Sir,
beat the shit out of Serpentico, which
beat the
Come on,
living,
Serpentico.
ever living shit out of Serpentico.
and when it was over, fucking Miro, who people
Out
are
of nowhere.
not happy with AEW right now, Miro came out and destroyed Buddy Matthews. First, he came out with Malachi's face guard. Destroyed. I mean, like, destroyed Buddy Matthews.
And he kicked the tooth out for real.
So, yeah, that last kick looks stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
So, is this saying that now he's going to dismantle them one by one until
Yeah.
he gets to Malachi Black? Because if he did, why did he come out with Malachi's mask in the first place? Is he going to put the acolyte on?
I think that wasn't like for Malachi. I think they brought that match to him to accept the gift, even though that like he rejected the gift, and they just wanted him to put that mask on to join the House of Black, which he rejected. That's what I saw it as.
Is he going to
Make
put
it. They have everything make sense. Wrestling needs to make sense in some
Yes.
point.
Is he going to put the acolyte on Julia Hart?
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
No,
Is he going to
No,
make her
cancel
super
Miro.
readable?
no, have his
Oh,
wife
no.
do it.
Yeah, have his wife. Get out.
Oh man, my flexible wife.
My hot flexible wife.
My hot flexible wife. My my God forsaken.
No, the way he always opens up with that promo was like, okay, we get it. Your wife is hot and flexible. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, we do have the Miz literally having a T-shirt saying, "Hi, my name is," and it says some stupid shit.
my balls are not tiny. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care about your balls, dude.
My balls are massive.
My balls are
That's what it
massive.
says.
Yeah,
It's 9
Um,
o'clock, so we can actually say that.
massive.
Massive.
So yeah, I mean,
Big.
all in all, like I said, Sunny Kiss out there. This show was just to me, it was like thrown together.
Yeah.
Even with the
it-
squash matches, it was just thrown together, and it sucked for me. Like this was like you know when you have like at an indie show, and like you booked a carload of guys, and the carload of guys didn't show up, and you look at 8 guys on your show, so you run 6 matches with 8 guys. That's what this was
Right.
like for me. Just
It was
wasn't
like a car.
satisfying.
It was just not like
Not only that,
going to your favorite restaurant and all of a sudden the service sucks.
Yeah,
have you guys caught up with the whole Hangman and CM Punk drama?
yeah.
And now
I don't even
Marie
want to talk
Shadow-
about that drama today.
No, and Marie Shadows is like excellent. According to plan.
Marie is like, my plans are coming to fruition.
Having
So
everybody.
look, man.
Mr. Burns going excellent.
Excellent. So with that being said, guys,
Release the
it's
hat.
9:13. I'm going to end this show on a positive note.
Oh man.
And then and the positive note is this. If you always look for the bright side of things, you will never be disappointed.
I think you went to go look for the bright side.
He said, I'll be right back. I got to find the bright side of things.
I mean, we're taking that quote literally right now. This
He's like,
funny.
God damn it. He had to get all philosophical on me. No, man. Do unto others as you want done to yourself. Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Love each other. Because at the end of
Leave
the day,
Nikita
that's all we
Lyons
have.
alone. God damn it.
Leave Nikita Lyons alone, damn it.
God damn it. Salty Jim Ross here. Just leave her alone. Shit.
All I gotta say is, he's Mr. Brightside. He's 1 month old.
Happy 1 month old.
Having one month alone. He's like, let me sleep.
He's like, listen here, Dad. I'm fucking sleeping. Bring me on this damn show.
Big
me
Daddy
alone.
throwback.
Damn it.
So with that being said,
let me
for Big Daddy Throwback, For Slim J, Shane Husky, your boy the franchise, we are going to see you guys when we see you.
Oh.
To be Monday live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Peace.